So the second part of the Illithid Invasion has been unlocked. We went back to talk to Omeran, and he tells us to speak with Cannith, and Cannith is a warforged from House Cannith. He tells us that the Genesis Dynamo Station may be affected by the Illithid, and the station has now been fortified and all the employees has turned hostile. So we are going there to take a look. Me and my friend here, we're doing this in Reaper 1, and just the two of us. We have summoned hirelings that can rest, and we have summoned the Shield Guardian, just in case. Once you enter, there are two shrines on either side. This is the first shrine, and this is a really good location because it's right next to the main area. Once you enter, there are three main groups of mobs, and these are pretty hard to kill. They don't have a lot of damage, but they are really tanky. As you can see, this Cannith head security officer is already pretty hard to kill. During this fight, we weren't able to CC him. Right after the first group, we went to the second group on the left. Unfortunately, we're still in the Illithid Invasion one-time event. So we're gonna see these Psionic Thrall champion, and they are just super hard to kill, making them super tanky and hit really hard. So this quest is going to take a long time with just the two of us. Once you deactivate the control panel, the Iron Golem and the security drones become hostile. So obviously, like any Sharn quest, kill the drones first, and we can deal with the Iron Golems after. After killing the golem, there's gonna be a lot of magefire cannon that spawns, and these magefire cannons can also spawn as psionic throw. To the northwest corner of the main fort, there's the first lever. You can jump over to activate it, or you can jump down from the second floor. Jumping down might be easier because you don't want to get into that acid pool. You might have noticed those pink balls that's hovering the main floor. Those are really deadly, don't touch it. So this is just like a tutorial for us, because these pink balls are gonna be around throughout the whole quest. Because we're just doing this as 2 people, it's going to take a long time. You can fast forward to the next part. I will put timestamp for the video. After killing the last Iron Defender and the Magefire Cannon on the ground floor, we go up the ladder, and there's gonna be lightning shooting out from the right side. I think it's probably a trap, but we cannot find where the trap box is. And then you go up another level. The first thing you notice is going to be the blue barrier in the far end of the second floor. You can jump on the pipes to get through it, and behind the barrier is the optional chest. To get to the optional chest, you have to kill the optional boss. It was a titan, and it takes a really long time for just the 2 of us. But if you're in a group and you are farming this quest, you're gonna want to kill the optional Titan. On this bridge, you'll notice 3 pink balls hovering, and the 2 on the side, you can see that they have bigger area. So you're gonna be careful not to run in the same direction as them, because that's going to increase the amount of time that you are taking damage from them. Over here you see these laser traps that you have to deactivate, and to deactivate you're gonna have to pull 2 levers. The first one is right on the door, so that one is easy. And the second one is the one that we mentioned earlier, the one on the main floor on the northwest corner. And you can actually jump down from the second floor to get to it. It's just that if you don't have the door, you have to jump back. But because we're doing this 2-man and all those 5 has already exhausted our spell points, so now it's a really good time for us to use the shrine at the entrance.
The door on the second floor of the main reservoir has been disabled.
Best grab some shut-eye before the next storm strikes.
After going the door, just fight your way through, go to the very end of the hall, and there's a lever there. The lever opens the door to the right, which is the north, and that goes to the main boss. You can also find a secret door to the south, and that leads to the optional mini boss, which can open the barrier for the optional chest. Once you enter the room, you're going to see the drones all around the room. So my belief is always to kill them first. The Titan doesn't do much range damage, so we're just ignoring him at the moment. And after we kill the drones, we can deal with the Titan. This Cannith Titan doesn't do much damage to us, so in this extreme challenge, it's not really challenging, it's just really hard to kill, and it's just being unnecessarily tanky. Of course, we are just doing this 2-man, and I did join a 6-man group after, and with the 6-man it's a lot faster. And of course, over here, after we killed the boss, we were both really shocked that there was no chest. And of course, you know now that you just have to backtrack. You just have to backtrack outside, and the blue barrier should be down now. And to continue, we pull the lever, and the door to the north opens, and we have a ramp with one champion iron defender with 4 magefire cannon. And also notice that there's this AoE pink ball that's affecting the whole corridor, and just make sure that you don't follow the same direction as it's going, like what I'm doing now, because that can kill you. The best way to deal with this is to run towards the pink ball. That way you can reduce the amount of time that you are under its effect. after we killed the boss, we were both really shocked that there was no chest. And of course, you know now that you just have to backtrack outside, and the blue barrier should be down now. To continue, we pull the lever and the door to the north opens, and we have a ramp with 1 champion iron defender with 4 magefire cannon. Also notice that there's this AoE pink ball that's affecting the whole corridor. Make sure that you don't follow the same direction as it's going, like what I'm doing now, because that can kill you. The best way to deal with this is to run towards the pink ball. That way you can reduce the amount of time that you are under its effect. Once we are done with the ramp, we enter a room and see this reinforced power relay. Pretty much every time we see a power relay in DDO, you have to smash it. So here we are, smashing it. And in this case, this reinforced power relay is really hard to kill. It's just being unnecessarily tanky because it does nothing. And we're just hitting it and hitting it. I did realize that there are more lightning coming from the wall as the life of the power relay goes down, so maybe it's a good idea to conserve your spell point until the power relay's HP gets lower. After smashing the power relay, we start making our way up, and notice here that there is one pressure valve, and when you turn a corner, there's another one. Those are the alpha and the beta that we forgot to turn, and we only turned the gamma one. We were still able to finish the quest, so I'm not too sure what those pressure valves do.
This will not disable the device.
Just so you know that after killing the power relay, there is a shrine right before the boss. And of course the boss room will lock, so this is pretty much the only chance that you get to use these shrines.
Best grab some shut-eye before the next storm strikes.
When you enter the boss room, you're gonna notice that there are two groups of mobs on either side of the room. The ones on the left are going to be activated first.
Everyone in this place has been mind controlled. Time to defeat the mind player and break its grip. The Illithid points, and the constructs attack. Meanwhile, large spheres of mental energy...
During this time, the ones on the right side is going to remain dormant. As you can see, there are rows of pink balls that's hovering through the battleground. Those are the actual killer in this quest. The normal mobs and the boss are actually not doing much damage to you. Later on, you're gonna realize that all the bosses do they just CC you, making you helpless, and then if the pink balls come when you cannot dodge them, that's what's gonna kill you. So over here, we're done with the first group, we're moving on to the second group, and to be honest, these two phases are just a tutorial to this boss. Once you have killed all the mobs, the Cannith Titan becomes activated. Like the optional mini-boss, it's really hard to kill. doesn't do much to you, but it is really tanky. When you drop it to a certain percentage of life, I think it's about 60 to 70%, the Mind Flare will spawn.
Safety of the protective bubble and joins the combat.
And once the Mind Flare spawn, you can pretty much ignore the Titan, because you don't have to kill the Titan to finish the quest. One thing we realize is that both the Mind Flare and the Titan do close range CC, meaning that when you're fighting next to both of them, you can get CC'd by the Titan, and just when you're about to get free, you may get CC'd again by the Mind Flare. So that way you get stun locked. You get stun locked and the pink balls come and you just die. So the best way to do this is to first only engage them when you have close to full health. When you are running low, say less than 50%, just run away. They don't do much in range. And recover your life and come back when you are full. That way you have more buffer. If you get CC'd and the pink ball comes, you have more buffer time. Another advice is to separate the two. That way you only get CC to a maximum of say 11 seconds. This is definitely quite a challenging fight for 2-player, and remember, this is just Reaper 1. Me and my friend both died. We weren't expecting to use our hireling to res, but we had to. And this is just a one-time deal, because once you call the hireling into this battlefield, if you timed it right and they are able to res you, they're going to be killed by the pink balls right after. So this res is just one-time deal. The Hopper Ping is going to be really helpful here, even though you can probably just use it once, but if you're in a tight spot, it can save you once. At the end of the fight here, I actually died again. I had to gibber to come back and kill the mind flayer.
The mind flayer collapses, defeated. The waves of mind bullets dissipate, and the manager slumps to the ground. You've shut down another one of the invading Illithid's bases.
They gave us a rest shrine right after the boss dies. After doing this with 2 men and a full group, I would say that this is definitely not a quest that you should be doing Reaper 1 with just 2 players, simply because the tankiness of the mob. Our quest took 56 minutes. That's just a waste of time. If you can be in a group, just do it in a group. If you cannot find a group, I would suggest doing this in Elite. It's just 1% difference from Reaper 1, and hopefully that's gonna be a lot less painful. And I think this is a quest that everyone is going to want to farm, because it drops a +8 enhancement bonus to all ability scores augment. Anyways, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
It's time for a new adventure.